Okay, you're not gonna believe this, but somehow, some way, these 2 minutes and 30 seconds of film is the most brain dead, stupid, and nonsensical thing ever written by mankind. And that is a feat on its own. I really do not know how this ended up as a post-credit scene in the Morbius movie. Was this whole thing AI generated? I don't know, but it feels like it, because there's absolutely no way this stayed in the movie long enough to be in the final cut, or because of reshoots and Sony's incompetent, but they also somehow have the ability to make the best movies of all time too somehow. But I've written down 7 strong reasons why this Morbius scene makes absolutely no sense on any level, if you think about it for more than 2 seconds. So this scene begins with the rift opening from the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, and we see Adrian Toomes, aka the Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming, teleport into this random cell. And this is the first problem presented, because the No Way Home spell doesn't work like this at all. If you watch No Way Home, you know that anyone who knows who Spider-Man is would be transported into the MCU, that is if they already aren't native to that dimension, so the fact that Adrian is even here makes no sense. I mean, the spell from No Way Home is already a nonsensical plot hole mess too, but this breaks it even more. But just when you think you could forgive it, he says something that brings up the next problem.
Hope the food's better in this joint.
The horrible dialogue. Every piece of dialogue here is either corny and stupid or completely out of character. Either it be this line or the "it has to be Spider-Man, I think" line, which coincidentally brings up my next 2 points. Vulture is out of character, and Vulture doesn't know who Morbius is. At the end of Spider-Man Homecoming, it's made very obvious that Adrian does not hate Spider-Man or want revenge, as he did not tell Nacho Varga his identity. And even throughout the movie, he did not have any beef with Spider-Man at all. Spider-Man was just someone who was stopping him from his goal. He had nothing against him, and he definitely did not when he literally saved his life at the end of the movie. Hence the reason he doesn't tell my boy Voss. So why would he even want to get revenge with Morbius of all people, who no one even knows exists in this dimension, or is blatantly said to be a villain, as he is portrayed as neither everywhere up to this point. And speaking of points, Morbius doesn't know who Spider-Man is. Okay, so who even knows what dimension this movie takes place in? Maybe the Venom universe, but there's no mention of Spider-Man ever anywhere in Sony's weird cinematic universe, besides that other post-credit scene that also doesn't make as much sense but still is more logical than this. So why would Morbius, who has never mentioned anything about Spider-Man throughout the whole film, say,
Intriguing.
he has nothing against innocent little Tom Holland. He's just a random dude with vampire powers. So not only does no one know he exists, somehow Vulture contacted him and they showed up in a random field to meet each other. This also really makes me think, Vulture shouldn't have his tech back somehow. Literally, how did he obtain his suit back in a random dimension right after getting out of prison? I mean, I guess he's a super genius dude, so maybe this is plausible in some way. And it's not really the thing that bothers me the most, but it's still stupid because why would he even gear up this much to hunt Spider-Man in the first place? It really makes me wonder, what is this setting up? So any good post-credit scene should make me see something and make me go, wow, I can't wait to see that character, not, why is this even happening? What's the current projection of Spider-Man movies? What do you think this is even setting up? I mean, all 3 live-action Spider-Man literally just fought all the villains from the previous movie, No Way Home. So does Sony want to do that again? I mean, I get they have a big boner for the Sinister Six, but your current roster of villains in the Sinister Six literally have no reason to be a part of it. So maybe the solution to all of this is if you're making a cinematic universe with the end goal of all these villains working together, not have your movies comprising of villains be portrayed as anti-heroes, and have them be together for a reason if you want them to fight Spider-Man so bad. Basically, the moral of the story is corporate meddling is the death of cinema.
Really, Avi was in charge the entire time.
And can create the most brain-dead movies with the only goal in mind being to recreate what the MCU had, without any of the actual quality of that franchise in mind. And it doesn't seem that they learned their lesson, not only with how much money they didn't make from this film, but how much of a mockery it was online. I guess they expect the same reaction from Madam Web, and I mean, like, yeah, I can't lie, I'm so fucking hyped for Madam Web. How are they gonna ruin the source material this time? Let's see it make Web $1 billion in the box office, baby! Anyways guys, thanks for watching. I'm not exactly sure what my next project will be on this channel, and I don't think that Miles Morales comic series will ever be finished because it just takes forever to make, and it's just pretty boring. But if you still want to see something from me, and if you really wanted to know, me and my friends have just finished making the 6 Dice of Cursed meals where we eat and do fantastic things like getting my best friend a tramp stamp with my channel's name on it, which will remain on his body forever, so if you want to see that, link's in the description.